Hey guys, this is Colter Doty coming at you with the Bricks Report, where we discuss winning strategies for buyers and sellers and also tips for agents to have more success in the marketplace. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about a story that I had this week with a buyer that I was working with. And I'm just going to call this topic, the price is not the price. And so basically this buyer that I was working with was getting really frustrated with the process of what it takes to win an offer right now and kind of where buyers are at in the process of buying real estate compared to sellers. Definitely more of a seller's market right now. So I wanted to have a little bit of a conversation with you guys about, kind of what's going on, and then also some tips to kind of make your offers more appealing. And, hopefully this will help you. But, this scenario, this client was, interested in several properties that we were going after, and they kept getting frustrated at how when they were offering the asking price, or sometimes even $5,000 or $10,000 above, how they kept getting beat and it just wasn't working out for them. And so, I kept having the conversation with this individual, and I kept telling them, hey, the price is not the price. And so, I want you to understand that even though that house says $200,000 as the price point, the actual price is actually way higher than that. And the reason is because there's so many buyers right now compared to how many people are selling that the normal way of purchasing, where $200,000 asking price, you offer them $195 and you start negotiating, that's just not working, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, you gotta make sure you comp a property, make sure that they're not way off on their offer price, or excuse me, their asking price. But when you make an offer, a lot of times they're coming in at 10, even 15% above ask. And so you got a $200,000 house, it's selling at $220, $230 even. And so you gotta have to kind of know that going in. And so I got a couple of things that I wanted to discuss with you guys and maybe help remove some of that emotional turmoil in the purchase process of a house. So I wrote a few of them down here, but one of the things you can do is do an offer summary. And so when you first submit an offer, being on the listing side, I know when I have properties that sell really quickly like that, a lot of times it can be a little overwhelming in trying to organize, honestly, all of the offers that you're getting. You can get 10, 15 offers in a 24, 48 hour period, and you gotta have some kind of way as a listing agent to just organize that. And then, you'll get one, you'll be out doing something with your family, and then you forget to move it over to your folder, and then you got to kind of scroll through your email and figure out, okay, where was that at again? Might sound, simple, but for a lot of agents that aren't organized, that's a struggle. And so one of the things that you can do is have a offer summary in your email in the very beginning, and I'll talk about that. And then also in the subject line, just kind of put, this sounds kind of corny, right? But put like a cash fire emoji, and then the subject line says, great offer on your listing at XYZ Street, okay? Or hey, and then put the listing agent's name, hey John, great offer on your listing on XYZ Street, with like a cash emoji and a fire. And the reason is because if that agent is not right in front of his computer at that moment and gets more emails, as he checks or she checks her email later that night, they're gonna scroll through that and they're gonna see that emoji is gonna pop out. That sounds very basic, but that's going to catch their attention if they ever need to go back and look for that email. Again, sounds basic, but I've had that done to me before, and it absolutely worked. And so on the offer summary, just to kind of explain how that goes, just put the offer price, and then maybe 2 or 3 things that stand out about your offer. So it could be like 2-week lease back for free, or no concessions or whatever, but just kind of put that in the very beginning of the email. And other than that, 2 or 3 other things you can do right now. One thing we're seeing that really makes an impact is having a free lease back. Now, of course, that kind of stinks for the buyer. You're paying that 2 weeks worth of mortgage payments or whatever. But if you're giving that seller 2 or 3 weeks after close to get out, then that really helps with them moving out and makes your offer way more appealing. And I've seen people take offers that are $10,000 less than another offer simply because they had a 3-week lease back when the other offer wanted them to, vacate immediately after closing. So that's another thing. So one other thing, last thing I'll say, and you got to be careful with this one, but it's getting down to basically after you beat 7, 8, 9 other offers out on a property, a lot of times you're getting down to the last 2 or 3, and the person who wins is whoever's willing to do an appraisal waiver. Now you got to be careful with that. You really have to know the area, and you have to have your comps on point. So you need to have an agent that really knows how to evaluate and property and let you know what things are worth. But if you've got the extra couple $1,000 in cash and you're okay with doing that, right now that's making a big difference in whether you are winning these offers or not. So, keep that in mind. Again, be careful with that. That's not saying it's a blanket statement in every scenario that you should do that, but that is a way that you can distinguish your offers from others. So anyway, guys, I hope that was helpful. Feel free to comment below in the video. I'd love to hear your stories, any questions you might have about that or stories you've had about that process. Definitely always love the feedback and look forward to chatting with you guys again later.